What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Hopefully, we are doing well today. I wanted to hop on live and kind of walk you guys through a few things that I've had in mind, and overall, how work in the weekends made me a successful ecom entrepreneur. So I kind of wanted to walk you guys through exactly how I have been not only how I've been able to become an entrepreneur by the age of 22. I'm 28 now, but how working the weekends has enabled me to become a successful entrepreneur, right? So one of the biggest things I want everyone to understand here is it's going to take true consistency and compounding efforts to ever achieve anything, right? Guys, good to see everyone here as well. What's up Facebook? What is up, guys? Drop a comment down below, put a heart on the live stream as well. Good to see us all here on Facebook, on our group, as well as on Instagram. Liz, what is up? How are you doing? We've got Liz in the house. What is up, guys? Hopefully we are doing super well today. I just wanted to jump on here, say what's up, and see ultimately what you guys have going on for the day, right? So I'm kind of excited to walk you guys through what I believe will be one of the biggest things that you guys can use to contribute towards your success, and how you should really think about your daily progress and workflow, right? Now, one of the biggest things I want everyone to understand here is when you're building and you're focusing on consistency, right? So it's all focused on truly staying consistent day to day, right? If you're someone who is in ecom, right, or you're trying to make something incredible happen, you have to work the odd hours, and you've got to work consistently as well, right? And one of the biggest things I want everyone to realize here is when you're trying to achieve something of a massive achievement, you have to have a very unbalanced schedule at first. Meaning that when you first become an entrepreneur, that's not much of a balance. There's a lot of imbalance actually. And what's important here is realizing that you should make the most of that imbalance when you're first starting off as well, right? That's why driving into the weekend is so important, to keep your consistency flowing, because you're getting a large fraction of the entire week given to you, where everyone else is quitting, going out drinking, right, doing whatever they're going to do, just not working. So this is your time to go ahead, right? This is your time to get ahead and make great things happen. So you see so many people saying, hey, I'll take off the weekend, I'll take off this Saturday, or I'll take off this Friday. It's fine to take days off for sure, but one of the biggest things that I've ever noticed in my entire life, guys, is focusing on true consistency and momentum, and compounding progress is what has enabled me to actually achieve anything I've ever been able to achieve. It's by being consistent, working more than the next guy, putting in more efforts and making more progress than any other people, because they're just not putting as much consistent effort as I am. And that's one of the biggest things I want you to realize here as well, right? A lot of people don't like to work the weekends. They like to recharge, and that's absolutely fine. But if you're someone who could find your limits, right, and ultimately charge yourself to work consistently through the weekends and through the entire week, think about how much more time and effort you're going to be spending on your business comparative to your competition, and think about how much more movement and actual real progress you'll make comparative to anybody else. That's one of the things I want us to realize here, right? Don't take off the weekends, right? Use the weekends, use the time to get ahead, and ultimately you should work longer hours and longer duration on the weekends, right? You should use them as an absolute powerhouse moments for yourself, That's one of the most incredible things I want you guys to understand here. Guys, good to see us all here today, right? Just wanted to hop on and share some insights for you guys on this topic, because I see a lot of people, who don't like to work on the weekends, right? They're ultimately believing that, everyone's working the same amount as them, right? So there's people that will put in the extra work, put in the extra effort that you're not willing to do, right? So think about whatever you're not willing to do. The person who's on that next level, they are willing to do it, right? They are willing to do it. And that's what I want all of us to understand, guys. Focus on true consistency and focus on, being willing to go that extra mile, right? You're not going to have balance when you first start off, here in entrepreneurship, here in the ecom industry. You will not have it. If you're looking to become a very successful entrepreneur, you're not going to have that balance when you're just starting off, when you're just starting to build, right? You could buy the balance back later in your journey, right, as you become more successful, as you become more stable, but ultimately it's going to be very hard for you to have balance at the beginning, right? So claim that, right? Stay consistent and realize that compounding effort, compounding progress is one of the most incredible things that you can have in your life and your business, right? What's up, everybody? Good to see us all here today, guys. Drop down below where you're watching from, right? If you're guys on our Facebook group, guys on Instagram as well, good to see us all here today. Liz is saying working during weekends as well. Guys, big shout out to Liz. She's one of our super successful students inside our community. Good to see us all here today as well. Let me know where you're watching from. I'm actually here in India, which is super cool. So guys, and I'm telling you, that's like the number one way you will get ahead of your competition. So many people are slacking, so many people, aren't actually putting in the correct actual time and effort, based off of what it takes to actually get to that next level. And just based off of that alone, you could, get ahead. There could be people who are more talented than you or have more skills than you, whatever it may be. But guess what? They are not putting in the same effort as you. They are not putting in the same grit, the ambition, the consistency, the compounding efforts and progress as you. And guys, seriously, like, realize that working the weekends is what it's cracked out to be. Work on the weekends. Make sure that you're going in that extra mile, right? There's a difference between somebody who just works Monday through Friday and then someone who works every single day. It's muscle memory. Trust me, it's muscle memory. They are starting to realize that creating consistency in your life, like, understand this is a lifestyle, guys. Like, being an entrepreneur is a lifestyle. It's not just for the moment. This is not for the moment. This is a lifestyle. This is based off of consistent efforts and compounding progress. Don't let anyone tell you that you could just pick and choose, when you want to become a successful entrepreneur. You've got to stay the course. You've got to stay consistent. You've got to keep your compounding progress going on daily. And that's the true difference, right? That's the true difference. Don't let anyone tell you you can, start off strong and then ease off. When you start to make some momentum, you've got to keep the ball rolling. You've got to keep the ball going. And that is the difference maker. And that is what I want all of us to understand here as well. Right? Seriously, guys, work on the weekends. Don't be the guy that doesn't work the weekend. Don't be the guy, arguing or fighting to not work the weekends. That's where you get ahead. That's where you get ahead of everybody else around you, because not only did you bust your ass every single day that week, because you actually work in a consistent manner and you're compounding your progress, but you're actually getting ahead of everybody else thereafter throughout the weekend too, which is so super amazing, right? Amazing thing to realize here, ladies and gents, is it, and it's entirely based off of consistency, right? Even, like I said, even if you're less skilled than somebody, you can still make it further because you just compound your progress that much more, right? Now let's say, if you're more skilled than somebody, you build a better infrastructure and a better business than somebody else, and you're more consistent than them. Think about what can happen there. It is pretty crazy. Seriously, guys, focus on staying consistent. I'm telling you all, right now, like I've been doing this since I was 18, right? Building online, building companies. Like I said, it became a success at 22. I'm 28 now. And, obviously the goal of a lot of people, right? But that's a goal of a lot of people. But, the goal of what I'm saying, that is because I achieved it at, such a young age, because I knew that consistency of working each day was that difference. That was the difference. So if we realize that compounding progress, consistency of the work and effort each and every single day is going to give us that kind of an extra edge, let's do anything in our power and let's make that happen. And that's what you got to do too. Challenge yourself, guys. Work in the weekends, work each weekend as well, right? I want you to track your progress. I want you to go ahead and write that down. Write everything down that you got done in the weekends and in the entire week. And then at the end of the month, I want you to put the whole list of everything that you've got done in the weekends and the week, and look how much you've got done. Think about if you didn't work on the weekends, all that is still having to be done has now been, pulled up onto the next month, and you're that much behind. Think about that, guys. Right? It's such an incredible point that, I wanted all of us to kind of understand. Working on the weekends, it does make the difference, right? It truly does make the difference. And if you're someone who's already working the weekends, keep it going. Like we have Liz working the weekends, absolutely crushing it, right? It's not anything new to myself or anyone really out here. We focus, in our community, we really focus on keeping, consistent no matter what day it is, right? And especially since we are entering Q4, right? We all know that, Q4 is the time when we make the most out of the e-commerce business, right? And the day is just a number to us. We focus on our constant movement and real progress throughout each and every single day, guys. And that's one of the most beautiful things that you could just truly focus on, right? So that's really I wanted to share with you guys. I love you all. I just wanted to come on, this Sunday evening and share that bit of an insight with you all. But it's one of the craziest things that I've ever been able to basically see as a breakthrough of my life, which is working throughout the weekends. And again, if you guys, I want all of us to win. Like I keep mentioning in our inner circle group, I highly recommend you guys joining our Facebook group as well. You go on Facebook, just type in Digital Dynasty with Ron. It's the first group that comes up. And also, if you're watching us on Facebook, go follow us on Instagram as well. You can follow my Instagram. It's at Ron RON Biswas BISWAS 24 in numerics. I highly recommend it. I put a lot of cool stuff, behind the scenes stuffs out there, and I put even more behind the scenes stuffs in our Facebook group as well. So if you're not in the group, join there as well. But guys, if there's anything you get out of this impromptu stream, it's work the damn weekends, right? Compound your progress and make great things happen, because ain't nobody is going to do it for you. Ain't nobody is going to put the work in for you, and ain't nobody is going to want us to inspire you. No one's going to go ahead and give you that ambition. No one's going to do that but yourself, and your ability to actually understand that you have the power to achieve. You have the power to do whatever the hell it is that you actually can see. Realize that you can see that in your head. You can make that happen. Don't let any person, any thought, any concept have you believe that you can do that. Anything in my life, guys, that I have achieved, I knew I will make it happen, because I will not stop until I did it. Same thing with you as well. Focus it. You will get there. It is the consistency and the compounding progress. And guess what? Work in the weekends. It will help you get there. Right? With that being said, I love you all. I will see you guys again. I don't know when, but very, very soon. All right, guys. Bye bye.